I'm coming in loud and clear. Might hear me on the radio. Breaker, breaker, 19. Anybody got their ears on?
Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms here in the mountains of North Carolina. Tonight, want to take a look at this and this. This is a Retevis RT21V. This is MURS frequencies, and it is a 2-watt output walkie-talkie. I also picked up these RT773. These are kind of like extra dB gain antennas here, and I'll show you they're actually extendable. In fact, I'll open that first. I'll change things up a bit. Isn't that neat? So that screws into your base, but telescopic antenna. There's a feature I wish more radios had, but that's really cool. So they do offer that for these. Before I open that up, Shelby Hamfest coming up in September. Maybe think about it if you're in North Carolina or the surrounding counties. Anyway, all right, right off the bat, we got a nice color manual here. It looks like color in the cover anyway, and it looks like it's pretty well thought out. Yeah, all in English. Specs back here, right? MURS radio, 2 watts, looks 5-channel. Nice. Looks like 33, 34 pages, something like that. Set that aside. And here's our standard antennas. You can see these antennas about the same size roughly as the upgrade, but these don't extend, right, where that one does. So imagine that and helps with increasing range for sure. And then our radios here. Battery packs below them, right? Lithium ion, that's good, rechargeable. Looks like we got some belt clips. And then our charging pads, which are powered off of USB, and they were good enough to include, you know, the little wall warts there to run that. So nice. So let's go ahead. Hopefully one of them's got a charge on it, but I'll go ahead and put a battery in it. Just slides in. Ew. Great. All right. So up on top here, and I'll go ahead and put the extended range one on this one. One thing to remember about the extended range, not flexible. These have a little bit of flex to them, but just so you know, if you were going to be carrying that on you, that's going to be a rigid. All right, so looks pretty good. Little charging base there, and it just sits in the charging base. Great. All right, well, what I'm going to do, I'll load this one up too. We will. I'll put the standard antenna on this one, and we'll take a walk with it. We'll take a walk with this thing here in a minute. But let me just go through features and functions this thing has. So obviously we've gone through on/off. And it's going to audibly, you know, it doesn't have a digital display, so it's just going to tell us, hey, what channel are we on, right?
3.
There's our channel select.
4. 5.
And that's it.
1. 2.
So we'll leave it on 1. Then we have our push to talk, right? You can see a little red transmit button comes on when we do that, or transmit light. That's nice. And that is our squelch or like monitor button. So if you wanted to just hear what's going on channel 1, I'll turn it down a little bit. Speaker sounds pretty bassy. I like that. Speaker there, microphone there. On this side we have some extra hookups. So I guess it is programmable. So you could hook up your programming cable there, but it also is, you know, your earphone slash mic. So you could do, you know, Vox if you wanted to, it looks like. And that doesn't come off. Okay. So that's it. Not a lot to it. I like that. As far as fit and finish, you know, I can squeeze it pretty good. It feels like it's not going to crack or bend or whatever. It looks pretty tough. So let me take the camera outside and we'll go for a walk and see what the sound quality is and the range is like. But yeah, the RT21V, a MURS radio. People have been asking me, hey, what about MURS? What about MURS? Well, here's MURS. Let's do it. All right, so I've got the long extended antenna up. I've got this on channel 1. I got it sitting on top of the old mower here, which I still haven't had a chance to play with, which is kind of a bummer. But we're going to take it for a walk. I'll walk down to the gate. It's about 1,600 feet. At 2 watts, it should certainly have that kind of range. Probably have a lot farther range. Something to note, you might hear in the background today, they're building a driveway up the road from us, and I can hear the heavy construction. So you might hear some beating and banging over there, but that is just part of country living, my friends. All right, let's do this thing.
Hello.
I'll turn it up just a little bit more.
How about it? There we go.
Yeah, even a little bit more than that, I think. Just want to make sure you guys can hear it. All right, let's go for a walk.
All right, 25 feet. You should definitely still be hearing me. Heck, you might be hearing me with the camera. All right, about 50 foot away and about a 20-foot drop, maybe a 15-foot drop in elevation. But again, I wouldn't be too concerned about it at this range. If it's not working here, there's probably something defective with your antenna, your battery, or whatnot. Now, I haven't had a chance to charge these, so it's always possible that this thing just dies while I'm talking. All right, now we're getting to it. We're about 200 feet away, and I don't know, maybe 35 feet lower than the actual radio is. And it's going to be hot today. It's early. It's about 7:30 this morning. Maybe 7:45, but it's supposed to be one of the hottest days up here, so that ought to be interesting. You might be able to hear in the background some of that construction noise. Again, that's just something new that's happening, and that's just the way life goes. All right, we're about 550 feet away, I think, now, and almost down to the chicken coop. Actually, not quite, but so, you know what's the difference between GMRS and MURS? Well, MURS offers a little more power than FRS, Family Radio Service Radios, and it does not require a license, at least not that I'm aware of. I hope not, because I'm transmitting without one if it does. All right, coming up on the barn. Chickens are out. They think I'm going to let them out today, but I'm not going to because we've had some problems with hawks. So they're stuck in the cage for today, or the big run. We have a covered run that I built last year. For those of you who follow the channel, might have seen that happening. But I don't let them loose because, man, they picked off 3 or 4 of them already this year. In fact, I let them out while I was home about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and there was one dead before 4:30. I can't see the hawks up in the trees, but they're obviously looking down at those chickens, trying to figure out a way to get in. Not sure if you heard that, but that's a little resident rooster warning the girls that things aren't right. The big guys come in. All right, moving on. Let's see here. We're going to head down to the gate, check the mailbox. That's about, well, from where I put that, that's about 1,600 feet from where I laid the radio. So that's a pretty good test for what you're going to use walkie-talkies for on a regular basis. All right, I'm about 900 feet away, 900 feet, and quite a bit downhill. So I imagine well over a 100-foot drop from where we were. So, maybe only 75 feet. Pretty good hike, though, straight down. All right, 1,200 feet down, getting close to the road here. And checking on the spring. I don't know if I never really made a video on the spring setup we have here. So we don't have a well here on the property. We have spring. If you live in the mountains, you're lucky. Your water just flows out of the mountainside for you. It's pretty nice. And, yeah, spring box is clear, beautiful. Moving on. All right. Well, this is about as far as I'm going to be going. We are down at 1,600 feet, give or take 100, and that is at the gate. So that wraps it up. I'll come back up and we'll wrap this little video up.
All right. Well, I guess that'll wrap it up. So just another radio option for you out there. FRS, GMRS, and MURS, all made by Retevis, and pretty decent radios, I would say, from the look of them and the feel of them. I'll leave a link in the description below on where to find all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Take care.